Okay. Marianne, Anastasia, are you there? Hans? No? Oh, yeah.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here too.
Yeah, okay. Okay, before to start, let me share an idea. I think it's important in a consultation, and it's about self-protection. Yeah, I think you know already that when the philosopher has to protect something, is not available to the other person because there's anxiety. There is a when you feel that you need to protect it, you have the idea of the danger. There is some danger, and when you feel in danger, you have less space to focus and to think. So that's why I think the idea of dying is a nice idea. Of course, it's difficult and in a way, but yeah. So if you don't protect yourself, you are more chance to think and to make think the client. That's the idea. I think is important. But I don't know if you want to add something about this idea, or before we start the exercise, if you have any observation, general observation about the consultation, or about the problem you think you have in the consultation, you want to share with the group. Yes, Maria?
Yes, I want to share my problem in consultation. Maybe others also have has it or have advices. I have a problem with self-interest during the consultation. Mm-hmm. It generates jumping because I'm follow what is interesting to me. And you said about self-protection. Here also can be the way of avoid self-interest to kill my interest during the consultation, but it's hard to do.
Okay, and before to ask if others have some advice about this.
Yes, some advices maybe, or yes. Somebody has these problems also.
Yes, but before, let me ask you, how would you name this problem?
Self-interest.
Self-interest.
Yes.
So you are interested in yourself more than in the other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, in problems which I am interested, not maybe it's important for the client.
So more in yourself.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
how just for to conceptualize better the problem, how would you name a person who is more interested in himself than in the other?
Yes, egoistic. Yes.
Okay, egoistic. So egoistic could be egotism, could be the name of the problem.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Any comments? Any advice about it? Okay, Maria, pick one.
Hans?
I think that often self-interest is a reflection of. There's a lot of noise here.
Yes, Maria, can you switch off? I think some noise. Yes, thanks.
And that it can be a reflection of, for instance, wanting to make a good impression. You want to do a good job, and also that sometimes when you kind of identify with a client.
Okay, answer just one idea per time. Let's check with Maria if it's the case. Okay, Maria, is the case? You want to prove you are doing a good job, or you're no?
Yes, I want to do a good job. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I think it's a similar problem than Samuel raised in his consultation before. Yeah. So, like we discussed before, maybe if you focus more on the process and less on the result, maybe that can help you to be less, let's say, self-centered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hans, you want to add something?
Yes, and then the other thing, for example, sometimes there's an identification problem. One of the worst things is when the client tells you that he or she has exactly the same problem that you have, so it ends up being a sort of backpatting.
Yes, like
session.
it happened just before, like with Samuel, with you, right?
Yeah.
The rigidity problem.
then you become self-observant as a
Yes.
result. So it sort of goes around, and then in.
And you have any advice if happens that you meet a client just like you or have some problems that you have also?
To break this vicious circle, this is termed by Martin Luther with completely different circumstance, but he calls it the in-hooking. You want to break that flow, and you want to get out of that back and forth process.
Okay.
I don't know how. I think that the idea, one of the best techniques, is to leave the concern for a while and go in a completely different direction out of a tangled line.
Okay.
And then come back by ways of a circle.
Okay, but your second idea, I think, is change a bit the topic that Maria proposed before, because the egotism was the problem that Maria mentioned.
Yeah, that was what I meant. That that you stop thinking about the mutual problem, for example, and then you leave both you and the client for a moment.
Okay, that's okay. A general advice. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. I saw Shamsi before raising his hand. Yes.
Yeah. So I would propose to problematize the problem, which means that maybe her egocentrism or egoism is not really a problem. Why? Because what Maria is interested in, based on also her professional experience, could be worthwhile for the client. So her interest could be a good indicator for something useful. So therefore, it's not a problem, but actually something to even promote even more.
So you're proposing the idea that it's not a problem that you are interested in something, but you can play with the relationship with your own interested in the consultation, right? In order to make them useful for the consultation.
Yeah, because what she is interested in herself could be very interesting to the client as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Maria, what do you think about this advice?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yes, it can work as orientation during the consultation. Okay.
About what? Say again.
Orientation. I don't know how it's the way, but vector.
I didn't understand. There is someone who understood the idea?
Yeah, she said
direction. Yes.
Direction.
Yes.
Direction. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So in a way, sometimes you think you have a weak point, but actually you can turn the weak point in a strong point if you manage to use it well. Yeah, that's the idea. Nice. Yes, thank you. I saw Samuel before Marianne, I think, raising his hand. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a suspect that behind the egoism of Maria could be, in the sense of Oscar use this word, a kind of xenophobia. Oscar means with xenophobia the fear of what is strange, of what is not near of us, and so it is dangerous. It is perceived as dangerous.
Okay, let's check. Yeah, you want to add something?
I wanted to check with Maria if it could fit this concept.
Okay, let's do it. Maria, what do you think?
I think that xenophobia is not near for me, because for me, interesting, which is different to me, it's also the field of my interest.
Okay, so
to explore this.
So you are saying that someone is going a bit too far with this interpretation. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's just check. Are you projecting something maybe here, Samuel?
I just watched a video in which Oscar described this concept, and I found it very interesting because xenophobia generally means something else, and he used this word linked with egoism. An egoist person generally is xenophobic in the sense of Oscar because reject what is not near of him.
Yeah, and so it's not your case, Maria.
No, I don't see it.
Okay, but just, I mean, maybe it's not your case, but I think it's an interesting idea anyway.
Yes, I understand this idea, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have just a lack of interest. It's not a xenophobia. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, would be interesting to try to think which is the limit when lack of interest in something becomes a xenophobia. Yeah, but you can think.
But in my case, I see the interest in the others' ideas, which they're different from mine. I want to explore them.
Okay, so I don't understand your original problem then. Yeah, if you are interested in different ideas, why you are accusing yourself to be self-centered? You see the problem?
Because yes, I see the problem. Because I can put this problem very quickly and jump to another one, which is interesting in this time to me. For example, I saw another problem and I jump into this problem.
Okay, so so you are not that interested in others' ideas.
Okay, yes.
So you agree that if you jump as soon as possible, or like soon to other ideas that you find more interesting, you are not that interested in others' ideas.
Yeah.
So you are self-centered then.
It's a kind of self-centered.
Yeah, you pretend to be interested, but you are not.
Okay, I see. Yes, I see Samuel point. Yes.
Okay, I would say, but I don't want to now go on with this. I would say there is a bit of manipulation game here. Yeah, you pretend, but at the same time you switch to what you think is more interested for you. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just let's take. It was Mariana before Ans, and then Ans, and then we start.
I had another idea for Maria's problem. I suppose to her to take her interests in the question, but offer the client also another option to go. And if the client does not choose your topic, but the other option, you will stick to this and accept this.
Okay, let's hear. Maria, what do you think?
Yes, I also tried this approach during the consultation. Yes,
does it work?
It makes sense.
Does it work or not?
If I'm slow, yes, it works.
Okay, so maybe the speed is also a problem for you. You run too fast, right? Okay, so slow down. Cool. And last observation, Hans?
No, it's a question to Samuel. Do you mean xenophobia of something in yourself, hidden depths in yourself, or the other?
Okay, Samuel?
As Oscar used this concept in his video about resistance, xenophobia is the reject of what is different outside of you. Maybe it could be also applied to you if you reject a part of you that you don't accept. But in the use of Oscar, it was the behavior of whom is trying to push away what is different of his norm, what he usually accepts.
All right, then I misunderstood you, because of my first impression was that we're talking about, I mean, that if there's something that can terrify us, it's our hidden depths. So I thought there was actually that.
Okay, I propose, if you want to keep discussing it, you do it later. It was, by the way, a nice, I think, interesting idea that there is a stranger inside ourselves as well. So maybe the homophobia reveals that you don't want to confront yourself with some part of yourself as well. Yeah, why not?
Even Socrates has his diamond, right?
Okay, could be the diamond. Why not? Yes, if you don't like the diamond of yourself, you're gonna be running away from yourself. But let's start, because we have another exercise to do about consultation. And now what I propose to you, we gonna do like at least 2 short consultation, without breaks, without jokers. So I propose that the people who work already, they're gonna observe other people. And so I need at least 4 volunteers for the new exercise, 2 philosophers and 2 clients. Who want to be the philosopher? Okay, Gali, you were a client before. Okay. Another philosopher. I would go with one among Marianne, Maria, Samuel, and Fulgencio. Okay, Marianne. Oh, Gali, since you did the client before, are you okay to give your place to one of among Fulgencio, Samuel, and Maria? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
I also did the client before. If it is not a problem, I can.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Maybe first the others.
The idea is to make people like to work a bit, everyone. Yes. So Maria and Fulgencio, who want to be the second philosopher? Okay, Maria, nice. So I propose Fulgencio as a client, since he wasn't here before, and Shamsi. Yes, Shamsi, nice. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Fulgencio, you still have some internet problem.
Hello, Andrea. Yeah. Yes, I think I have a problem, because I hear you, but with a lot of delay.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's not very well, and there are many cuts. I propose it's better if you don't do the philosopher with this connection, otherwise it's gonna be a mess. Yeah, that's okay. So there is someone, please, that can write to Fulgencio that we cannot hear him well, and so if you want, he can observe, but it's not the case. Is gonna be the philosopher? Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you now, Andrea.
Okay, but
can you hear me?
Yes, now I hear you. But do you think that the connection gonna be stable for the next 40
minutes? I'm not sure. It's freezing a lot.
Yeah, so I suggest you observe, if you agree, and you don't do the philosopher. Otherwise, the exercise can be difficult to do. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, but you can write the observation on the doc. You have the doc, the Google Doc. Yeah.
No, I don't have the link. If you can share the link, that would be good.
Yeah, I'm doing now. Okay, it's in the chat.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Fulgencio. We need someone to replace Fulgencio. So wait, Maria, you are the philosopher. Yeah, Marianne. Okay, so I propose you both do the philosopher. We have Shamsi as a client, so we need another client. Anastasia, are you there? No, apparently no.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, are you okay to do the client for one consultation?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Do you have a problem with camera, or is it's okay to?
No, no problem. Sure.
Oh, okay, okay, nice. So let's start with Marianne and Shamsi. Shamsi gonna be the client. Yeah. So
First-
Marianne.
So I have a technical question before. My Zoom says the remaining time is 8 minutes. Could it be, or we are just jumping into another session?
Nice question. I'm checking now.
Yeah, I think that when the clock is over, it restarts again if we stay here without closing the chat.
Okay. The problem is that Leila create this, let's say, session, so I need to text her. Let me call her just a sec. Okay, Leila told me that the session is not going to close, to be over, so it's not a problem. Okay. So, Marianne, you want to use a doc or no?
Yes, I want to use the doc.
Okay, okay. So you have 10 minutes, and then I will warn you when there is 1 minute left, so maybe you can try to reach a kind of conclusion. Yeah. Okay, let's start.
Let's start. Hi, Shamsi. Do you have a question or an issue that you want to discuss?
Yes. So my question is, how can I convince more people of the benefits of thinking?
Okay. Can you please write it down into the Google Doc?
Yeah, at the very end. How can I convince more people of the benefits of thinking?
Okay. For what reason do you want to convince other peoples of the benefit?
So one reason is to make them interested in my different offers. So it's a very pragmatic reason. The second reason is that I'm myself very inspired and see the benefits of thinking. I would like to share this joy with other people.
So can we say one side is the profit and another side is a higher value that you...
Yeah, the passion maybe also, yeah.
Okay. Which one is more important for you?
The second one, because it touches more areas of my life.
Okay, why are you hesitating by answering this question?
Because I was already not just wanting to give you an answer, like which did I choose, but also find the reason for my answer.
Okay. Do you think that every person has this joy of being part of an...
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I think, yeah, if I might add, I think that more people could find this joy if they spend more time thinking. So they have some prejudices or core beliefs about thinking, so they don't even get started.
What is the benefit of thinking?
The clarity of your own thoughts, meaning you have more more clarity, and you also can use it for self-reflection. So you learn more about yourself if you think and just don't repeat knowledge.
Is clarity big issue for you, or a big topic for you?
Yes, indeed, it is.
And why this should be for other persons as well?
I think that the clearer you are in your mind, the less there are misunderstandings or even worries, because you better understand the root causes of things, and you also identify your own habits and thinking patterns. And the clearer you get by it, the less you might be misled by them into some kind of false thinking.
Can you accept when someone says, no, I'm not interested in clarity or something like that? I don't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
Sure. I mean, I'm not imposing my worldview on other people. And at the same time, I think I hope that if I can present the joy of thinking, that more people would be at least willing to try. I think it's like nudging, to nudge people into the right direction, hoping that they will find the beauty of it, but accepting the fact that either they don't find it or they don't want to.
To come to your initial question, you used the word conviction, I think.
Convince, yeah.
I convince. So this is important for you.
Yeah, well, I asked, yes, it is important. That's why I asked this question, yeah.
What can be downside of your idea?
Well, convincing other people could be dogmatic, for instance, that one is so full of her own idea that you might not accept that other people are simply not interested in this kind of thing. So that could be, you could become fanatic about this idea to convince other people. Same with religion.
Yes, and do you see this risk in your behavior?
No, because I usually try to make offers in this and try to find good arguments. But if I see or hear that someone is not interested, then I can as well stop it. So it's not that I attach my joy to another person's understanding of the beauty of thinking.
Okay, and do you have some hypothesis of answering your question? How can I convince more people of the benefits of thinking?
Yeah, I think since we live in a society that is strongly rooted to performance, I'm also a child of this society, I think that highlighting the usefulness of thinking, finding good arguments, like why it matters in your personal and in your professional life, how it can make things easier, could be good arguments of convictions.
Does that mean you already know the answer of your question?
No, because it's a hypothesis, and I mean, this is my paradigm, the performance-related paradigm, but I'm not sure if this addresses, for instance, those people who are more in a, I don't know, poetic paradigm, or if the performance-related arguments are really the best
let's
one.
stop here. How can you check the truthfulness of hypotheses?
Well, I can discuss it here with peers. I can also check it with coming up with good arguments and then check it with people. Like, I don't know, having 10 people, and I present them the same arguments and see if they like it. So that could also be an option. Yeah, those two options, to check with the peers and to check with real subjects.
Okay, then I will ask you this question again. You have already the answers to your questions. Why do you came up with this?
Well, there might be other ideas to it. It's not that, I mean, just having one answer is not saying that it is the absolute answer or the definite answer or the best answer or any kind.
Does it mean that you want me or others to suppose you?
Yes, I guess I wanted to, yeah, I wanted these, I was looking for the support of others to, I don't know, help my own thinking, to might identify roadblocks in my thinking of what could also be other answers.
Are you a person who likes or prefers the easy way?
What do you mean by easy way?
To get something from others instead of working by yourself?
I would say yes.
How would you call such a person?
A lazy person.
Are you a lazy person?
Oh, indeed I am, yes.
One more. One more minute.
Okay. What is the problem of being a lazy person?
Several problems, I guess. It's that a lazy person not necessarily enjoys the process, does not get better in things because that person never tries to begin with. It's more like a maybe passive kind of living.
Okay, because our session or our conversation is over quite near. Do you have to learn something new about you?
Well, I knew about the laziness. No, I think it was too short. I think if we had more time, then it would probably have been better. But in this 15 minutes or so, not really.
Did you enjoy our conversation?
Yes, and at the same time, I think I like to be more challenged. Here, the laziness waits, and the challenge seeker comes up.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, Marianne, let's start with you. What do you think?
I have always the same problems during doing a consultation. First, there came too much questions to my mind and too much concepts. I don't know which to go. And at some point I get stuck and my mind is empty and I have nothing.
Okay, so you switch from the too much in your head to nothing in your head anymore.
Yes.
Okay, and is your functioning in your day life too? You recognize this?
Yes.
Yeah. So okay. Samuel?
I think that the reason is that Marianne wants to link all the dots to make a whole vision of Shamsi in order to propose a solution. And this attitude prevents to focus on just one topic to deepen.
Okay.
Yes, I like systems and I want to put all in one system. Yes.
You know, okay, so that's a kind of control tendency here. Yeah, you want to control. Yeah. And you see how this control desire you have make heavy your life and your consultation as well, because you try to deal with too many things at the same time together. And at one point you lose control, by the way, because you don't have anything in your mind at one point. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so thanks, Samuel, for the observation. Hans?
Yes, I think it was a case of very heavy projection. When the two things, first, why do you ask a question you already know the answer to? And Shamsa says, I wanted to turn it with you and reflect over it. And then the suggestion that, the implicit suggestion that to get by with a little help from your friends, right? The words of the Beatles. That is a sign of laziness. That is the easy way out. So there is also laziness on the part of Marianne there.
Okay, let's check. Marianne, sorry.
I don't think so. I don't have the feeling that I'm not working enough for the client.
I think you're working too much for the client, actually. There you are imposing too.
And because of that, I don't know where the connection with the laziness come from.
It comes from when you ask the rather rude question about asking a question you already know the answer to, and then you make the connection between getting by with the help of your friends and looking for the easy option. That is the easy way out, to suggest that.
Okay, we understood now the ideas. Okay, thanks. Anyone else? Fulgencio?
Yes. Positive things I saw is that Marianne, she makes always appropriate questions that give some flow to the dialogue. But I agree at the same time with Samuel that she would maybe challenge more the client, because she tends to make questions that are more deepening, but do not challenge too much the paradigm, the thinking paradigm of the client.
Okay, so you agree with Samuel, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, but I think she would problematize more.
Okay, so it's a bit more psychological, like attitude in a way, yeah, more like information, content, deepening, but not challenging the worldview of the other person, yeah, the thinking system. Yeah, okay. Especially with lazy people, Marianne, you have to be challenging, yeah.
And powerful people as well.
What?
Powerful people like Shamsi.
Yeah, powerful, lazy and powerful. Yeah. Anyway, Shamsi, let me tell you that I don't think you're that lazy. You're the only student I've been following that sent me basically all the homework so far. So I don't know if I can think you as a lazy person like you. Are you sure it's laziness or is something else?
I think there is some kind of laziness, maybe not related, not everywhere, but so I usually have the core belief: the more I do now, the less I have to do later. So the less I get stressed, the less I like also with my job, I invest a lot of time in my studies and these kind of things, so that later in some kind of future I have to do less. Yeah, so it's a bit. It's a bit strange. But,
Let me propose this idea that sometimes I find myself when I'm in a holiday, for example, I want to do too many things together, but sometimes I don't do anything because I'm not able to choose what to do. So in a way, I say that I'm lazy, but in reality, I'm more impotent in that day because I cannot choose. Yeah. So sometimes laziness can hide some others topic, let's say. Yeah. But it's just an idea.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, and who was wanted to? Oh, let me ask you something, because I think it was interesting your question, and I think it was interesting the supposition, Shamsi, that in order to do practice with people, you need to convince people that thinking has benefit.
I think it's more. It's not before. It's not if I do practice with people, but actually to get people into the interest of doing the practice.
But the question is, do you think it's necessary that people see the benefit of thinking in order to challenge them with thinking?
Yes, I think it would.
Okay.
I
I think that's a good point to try to problematize, because maybe you could think with other people, even if they are not convinced by you that the thinking is worthy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
I think I could also maybe say something. I think that for Mariana, I'm probably the worst client, because I think in my answers, I'm probably similar to also Samuel. It's not so many obvious things to challenge, probably, which makes it more difficult for her to get a grip on the answers.
Yeah, but you see, in the training, the worst client is the best client, because the challenge the philosopher.
Right. Yes. Okay. In that regard, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. So I suggest we switch to the second one, since we have 12 minutes left. Maybe I suggest we stay a bit longer, like 5 minutes longer, because we had not so much time at the beginning. So we take like 17 minutes by now. And so, Maria, you are the philosopher, and Anastasia, you are the client. So you can start.
Okay. Hi, Anastasia. Do you have a question or a problem?
Yes, my question is it possible for me to be lighter?
I just write it. Is it possible for me to be a liar?
Lighter, like not
Light.
so heavy.
Oh. Okay. Do you have a problem with heaviness in your life?
Yeah, I do. I think it scares people.
Okay. Do your worst consequences of the heaviness is to hurt other people?
To push them away.
To push them away. Okay. Okay. Can you explain how it's work in your life? The heaviness push away people from you.
I don't think I notice it, but sometimes people tell me that I am heavy, so I assume that it is they don't like it, but I myself can't give you a situation where I noticed that I pushed someone away.
Okay. In your explanation, how do you think? Is it clear what is the problem with the heaviness?
It wasn't clear before, even for me, but now I see it more clearly.
Okay. Can you show what is the problem of the heaviness in your life?
Because people criticize it, and I don't like to be criticized.
Okay. Do you know the difference between criticism and critic?
No, I don't.
Aí não, vou buscar Pinóquio. Olha, Pinóquio está a chorar, caiu.
Can you?
Can you switch off? Yes, thanks.
Okay. Okay. In philosophical practice, if you sometimes have a critic to other, what do you do usually? How it looks?
here we learn to take criticism with the positive attitude as a way to improve.
How it looks? Can you show step by step what does it mean to give a critic to other?
To see the limits of something, or to show some contradiction or a logical problem.
Okay, logical problems. Okay, I give you a hypothesis that critic, it is a position with argumentation. How do you think? Is it work or not?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, and do you see what can be a difference with criticism that's negative?
It's
no,
possible,
or you don't know.
It's possible that the argumentation is lacking in criticism. It's just some kind of statement.
Some kind of, okay, opinion, probably. Okay, and what you talk about criticism from others to you, is it criticism with negative sides, or it's critic? What you don't like? Precise.
No, I think it's legitimate. Even if the argumentation is lacking, I probably don't mind that it's lacking. To me, it's argumentative. It's valid.
Okay, if you can I. If I can understand that if you see argumentation, you can take it.
Yeah.
It will not hurt you. It's not negative consequences for you.
Not negative, just a challenge.
Okay, just a challenge. Okay, and you have a problem, then there is weak argumentation or absence of argumentation.
I don't have this problem. If there is no argumentation, I provide it for myself.
Okay, you do work for others.
Yeah.
Why do you do work for others with argumentation if they did not give you?
Maybe I'm greedy and I like to do work for others to take it away from them, to have the opportunity to do it.
Stop, Anastasia. I cannot follow you. How greediness here is appear when you give argumentation for others, when you did work for others?
Well, it's sort of like there is work. I could allow someone else to do it, or I can snatch it away from them and do it myself.
Do it yourself. Okay. Have you a concept for this person who do it for herself?
Maybe controlling.
Controlling. Okay. Do you like control?
No, I don't. But I find myself, I guess, doing it.
Maria, you have 1 more minute.
Okay. Okay. If you don't like control, why you continue doing it? What is the positive sides for you in controlling?
What are the positive sides for me? It seems to be like a habit, like a bad habit. No positive sides.
No positive sides. Do you know that the habits is not the answer for the question or the reason? It's
Yeah, I see. It's like a middle step. There's something behind the habit. I guess I didn't trust people as much before. Maybe I still don't trust them.
okay. And can you give negative sides of controlling? If you cannot give positive.
Yeah, many. People dislike it. It prevents you from being open to things.
For you, not for others.
Okay, last answer.
It makes me rigid.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Any comments? Yeah, let's start from Maria and then.
Yeah. For me, sometimes it was difficult to follow for the consultation. I tried to slow down. Then I slow. It is more easier to find better way. But I know that I have some pauses in the during the consultation.
Yeah. Yeah, but let me ask you, because I noticed that you were quite suffering at one point. I mean, I had the impression you were not enjoying the consultation. You were quite suffering. Is that true or no?
Yes, it's true. It's always in the start. I try to find a better question, and then during the consultation, I find I follow to the interest.
Yeah, but what makes you suffer?
To find a better question, to find
the better question. Okay, so what about just to ask some stupid questions? Maybe you can enjoy more.
I also
Yeah, don't look for the better question, otherwise you're gonna be always insatisfied. Yeah, and you're gonna suffer, and if you're gonna suffer, I think it's gonna be more difficult to challenge and to make think the person. Yeah, because you're busy with your unsatisfaction. Yeah. Okay, but I saw some hands before. So yeah, Shamsi.
Yeah, so on the positive side, I think that Maria asked very clear and effective questions. And I would also say that she's in control of the consultation. And on the negative side, I think that there was sometimes a lack of flow in the consultation. So some pauses and some no clear strategy here and there. And what you already pointed out, Andrea, I think there was some heaviness in it, which was quite interesting, because it was about heaviness and lightness, and why not make it lighter and bring and pull her out of this heaviness paradigm to make a joke here and then, and to show that heaviness. And I think she missed that. Yeah.
Yes, I guess Maria has the heaviness problem too, just like Anastasia. Yeah. Maria, it's true. Are you a bit heavy?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay, so at one point was a bit a self-consultation more than a consultation. Okay, that's why self-consultation are useful, by the way, because if you do it, if you find a client like you can manage to go through anyway. Yeah. Okay. Other ones? Yeah, Maria, pick one. Hans?
Yes, I also think that Maria asked some very good and clear questions. Especially, I think it's important when she came up with the difference between critique and criticism. Critique is what we Denmark call positive criticism, and it was sort of the sledgehammer. It's important to have one point in the consultation, I think, where you get to open up the consultation, and it succeeded in that. The problem is that Anastasia can give some very sort of off answers, very cryptic, that do not address the question, and so to bring her back to that is really, really tough.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Hans. Someone else? Maria? Is Fulgencio child want to speak? Yeah? Okay, let him speak. Fulgencio, dai, go on.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I mainly agree with the observation from Shamsi. I want to add that positive side was the fact that Maria was very conceptual, which made the consultation very methodical. But about the concepts, I didn't get the point about the distinction between criticism and critique, because I think that mostly it goes to the same meaning in philosophy, unless there is something, maybe it's a language subtlety. I don't know.
So you didn't get the difference, right, Fulgencio, between the two concepts?
Yes, I didn't get it. I think it's mainly the same thing. I don't think it's very important to make that distinction.
Okay, let's just check. But before to say that you don't think it's important, I think it's better to check if there is a distinction, because if you don't see the distinction, there is no point to point it out. Yeah. So
right.
Let's ask Maria. Can you explain, Fulgencio, the difference?
Yes, I can explain. Critique, it is a position of the problem. This argumentation. Criticism, it's just opinion. You are bad, and so on. And it is important for to Anastasia, I think, to see. Does she know about this difference, and what does she mean about criticism? Is it just opinions from other people, bad opinions, or it's a real critic?
Okay, Fulgencio, did you get it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it's that there is argumentation is one, there is not argumentation in the other one. So one is more rational, the other is more emotional, because if you don't have argumentation, it means that it's based on your feelings, but not on a rational level. So one is more rational, the other one is more emotional. But
right.
Yeah.
So it means that we cannot call both criticism as an attitude. Because what I see is that both are criticism, but one is grounded, founded, but the other one is not.
Okay, and what? So you think are both criticism, but you see the distinctions anyway, right?
Yes, I see.
And how would you call a criticism without argumentation?
I would say not founded criticism.
Okay, so no funding and no without rational grounding. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so no, like more emotional and less rational. So emotional critique or criticism and rational criticism. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Why not? I think that distinction you made clear now. Maybe is more clear than before. Okay. Thanks. We have just 2 minutes left.
Just one point quick is that Maria's questioning was very effective because it raised up some emotional and behavioral manifestation on Anastasia, but maybe she did not explore her body language. She would have questioned more and get a little bit out of rational logic stuff to question the attitude. For instance, to ask her what's happening with you. Are you what are you not feeling, but is it painful, for instance? Yeah.
Okay, so basically Maria questions provoke some emotional reaction, but she didn't deal with them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, thanks. We have, I think, 2 more observation. I will Galit and Ans, right? Ans, go on, and then we have Galit, I think.
Okay, just to want to elaborate a little bit. Critique is a French and a mainly American English term, which means constructive criticism. It can also be positive. It's analyzing. It's analytical. It's intelligent, if you like. Whereas criticism is just rasping on somebody. It's just okay.
Okay, so
and what's important that Maria brought this up because Anastasia said that she could not bear other people telling her their opinion about her, And,
Okay, so you are defending this distinction that Maria brought up
yes,
in.
Certainly.
Okay.
That's very important. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I think we have one more comment by Galit. Did you raise your hand before, Galit?
Yes, I don't want to repeat things like that. I just want to ask Maria, was interested in the Anastasia questions? Was it interesting for you, the issue?
Yes, it was interesting. It was interesting for me.
Yeah, you know why it was interesting for her, Galit?
Because because she can recognize herself.
Exactly. Yes. So maybe it's not. I mean, a good. Let's say it's not proof that he went out from her scheme of egotism. Let's say, yeah. But in this case, when you find someone similar than you, of course, you can be interested if you are interested in yourself because you see yourself in the other person. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wonder about her attitude as a philosopher and want to know if to connect it to an interesting or non-interesting issue.
Okay. Maria, you want to add something about this?
Yes, I want to add that yes, the problem can look the same as me, but then I started to explore. Sometimes it's different reasons stay behind this problem, and it is also interesting to see how it's working. This
similar problem, but different reasons. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Maria, I propose to you, why don't you try maybe next days a self-consultation about this problem? Could be interesting to confront your self-consultation with the consultation you had today with Asia.
I will do. I'm going to do.
Okay, I think I propose we stop here. We stop now, and I see you in 15 minutes with the general group with Oscar. So we go to the break now. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Andrea.
See you in a bit.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye to everybody.